What's happening, y'all? Listen, this is my first video of 2024. So first, I want to wish you guys a very happy new year and a very prosperous 2024. I hope you guys achieve greatness this year. I hope you guys continue on your healing journey. I hope you guys are working on your spiritual relationship with God. And I just wish you guys the best this year. For all of my new subscribers, I absolutely appreciate you guys for just being here and sharing your testimonies and sharing your comments in the comment section. For all of my day ones, I absolutely appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with the channel and just supporting in every way possible. I mean, from those of you that just watch the content, to those of you that comment on the content, to those of you that have joined the Facebook groups, to those of you that have joined me in one-on-one sessions. I absolutely appreciate each and every last one of you guys. And if you are new here on the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you can get the updated videos. So I wanted to do this video for a while now, but I had to be careful because it is a real life scenario. This is actually something that's currently going on, and it does involve people that are close to me. So I wanted to, first of all, make sure I got permission before I just shared their story and shared their business. But I also just wanted to make sure that there was nothing like pending in court or anything like that before I actually shared it here on the channel. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the video, but I did get the permission that I needed to share this video with you guys. So I just wanted to go ahead and throw that disclaimer out there first. So I have a cousin who, first of all, is familiar with the channel, and she knows that I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse here. And she was there to witness a lot of the things that I went through in my own personal story, because we are actually that close, to the point where she was there actually physically in a lot of the situations that I started to deal with towards the discard, and then even after the discard. So she was very familiar with my situation. And at the time, we didn't know what to call this, but a lot of the traits that I was dealing with, she felt like she was dealing with very similar ones in her marriage. So she started watching some of my videos, and she started to realize that a lot of the information and a lot of the traits that I was talking about in my videos was stuff that she was familiar with. She didn't have a label for it, and she didn't know what to call it or what it was, but she saw a lot of the same behaviors and stuff that I was explaining in my videos in her current relationship. And so, of course, just like a lot of us who are just coming into the knowledge, we want to share it with the people that we feel like we can relate to. So she would always share a lot of her stuff with me because of the fact that we grew up together. We do have a very close relationship, but she also knows that I have gone down this road as well. Now, from what my cousin explained to me, as well as what I could witness with my own eyes, is that they were always pretty much in an on again, off again relationship. And I know a lot of you guys can pretty much relate to it. And that's one of the things that I said in a lot of my videos, is that when dealing with narcissists, they do a lot of on again, off again relationships. They come and go, and they feel like they can come and go as they please. But what ended up happening was, because my cousin started gaining a lot of the knowledge from my channel, and then she started kind of going on her own journey, she started kind of implementing a lot of the tools like gray rocking and like going no contact and all of that kind of stuff. Now, before, she would always keep her contact, and she would always let him come back whenever he pretty much wanted to. Anytime they would go through any type of breakups, she would, kind of let him go and do his thing. And then he would always kind of, a few months later, after he's been out, playing the streets or doing whatever it is that he's doing, she would always pretty much allow him to come back. But this time, she had kind of started learning a lot of the tips and the tricks of how to deal with narcissistic people or just toxic people in general. And because she had started to gain a lot of the knowledge and started to kind of implement these things, now it was becoming a problem. So throughout all of the ups and downs, he basically had her trained to allow him to come and go as he pleased. And he pretty much was able to enjoy that for almost a decade, where he would like come and he would stay with her for a year, and then he would disappear. And it would always kind of be hush hush. He would always kind of just disappear for like 6 months to a year or something like that. And then he would just pop back up, and all of the family would be like, oh, okay, you guys are back together. Okay, cool. And then a year or two later or 6 months down the line, he would be gone again. And, we kind of just witnessed this going back and forth, all the way up until she started to kind of gain the knowledge and was able to start making some decisions for herself. So up until that point, I think he really felt like he was really in control of everything that was going on in the situation. He could pretty much come and go as he pleased. He knew that she would always take him back. He knew that she would want to keep the family intact and all of that kind of stuff. So because he knew all of these things, he played on that so much to the point where she got, fed up, and she got to the point where she started going no contact. She stopped caring. When he would threaten to leave, she would just say, okay, go ahead. And then when he would actually leave, she wouldn't go chasing him or any of that kind of stuff. She was basically standing on what she was saying when she said, okay, I'm done with you this time, and I'm done with you for real this time. After, I guess, the back and forth, anybody would get fed up to the point where it's like, okay, I'm done. I can't keep doing this to myself. I can't keep doing this to the kids, regardless of how much you love this person or how much you want to be with this person. It's like, no, I'm not going to keep sacrificing myself to, put myself on the line for you, and you're not reciprocating. So I think it finally got to that point with her, and she decided that going no contact was like the best thing for her to do in her situation. So she started to go no contact, and that's when all hell broke loose. So she didn't have to remove him from the home because he had pretty much already left on his own to go be with New Supply. But when she started implementing her other boundaries, like blocking him on social media, changing the locks on the house, that kind of thing, she said he became extremely obsessive and went into like stalker mode. He started sending her all kinds of friend requests and all of that kind of stuff on Facebook and Instagram. And I was kind of warning her that that's something that I had pretty much dealt with as well. So, she needed to be careful right there. And then so, she said she was really being careful and that kind of thing. And because she was being careful and she was paying attention to pretty much everything that was going on, she said that one day she walked out to her car, and when she got out to her car, she got an Apple AirTag alert on her phone. And so she's like, I don't have an AirTag in here. So she's like, she went out and she didn't think anything of it because she's like, okay, well, I know I don't have an AirTag, so maybe it's pinging on one of the neighbors' houses or something like that. And she really thought that, that's what it was. So time went on, and she said a few days later, it happened again, and it went off again. And so she was like, there's no AirTag on the phone. There's no AirTag in the car. I don't know what's going on, but I don't have an AirTag, that kind of thing. So now she's like starting to get concerned because she's like, I know this dude did not go out of his way and put no AirTag on my car. She was concerned about it, but she didn't really think that that's what it was. She's like, maybe somebody dropped the AirTag in their yard or something like that that's close to the car, that kind of thing. But she's just like, but it showed that it was on the car somewhere. So she was trying to figure it out, and she couldn't figure it out. So because she couldn't figure it out, she actually took her car to the police station. The police did a scan on her vehicle, and they were able to actually find the AirTag. And when she found the AirTag and she was able to, I don't even know how the AirTag works or anything to the point where she was able to look it up and see whose AirTag it was or whatever the case may be. But when she actually retrieved the AirTag, she found out that her husband had actually snuck the AirTag underneath her bumper on the car, or somewhere on the car. He hid the AirTag, and he was basically using the AirTag to track her this entire time. She doesn't even know how long the AirTag had been on. She just started getting an alert on her phone one day. So, like I said, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I know a lot of you guys may be dealing with narcissistic individuals. A lot of you guys may be dealing with someone who is toxic, and they are obsessed with you now that you've walked away from the situation. They're in their stalker mode or whatever the case may be. Be extremely careful with these AirTags. I know they are very useful. I was actually thinking about getting one for my son because we go to those trampoline parks and those indoor playgrounds and things like that all the time. He's only 3 years old. And a lot of times he gets lost in the crowd amongst, the people. So I always thought that it would be kind of cool to just have one that he could just kind of stick in his pocket and I can get at least a good general idea of where he is. But at the same time, evil people use technology for evil things. Good people use technology for what it's for, to do good things. And evil people do use things to their advantage when they can. And this is one of those situations. So basically, long story short, she ended up having to get a restraining order on him. He basically apologized, and in his apology, he was saying, basically he got caught, you know what I'm saying? And once he got caught, he knew he was caught red-handed to the point where he could not deny it. And of course, so he had to issue the apology, even though I'm pretty sure it killed him to issue that apology. And the results of it was she ended up having to get a restraining order and all of that kind of thing. So imagine, a lot of you guys think that narcissists never get their karma and all of that kind of stuff. Imagine being in your home, being around your children, being able to have access to all of these things, and then losing access all because you wanted to chase new supply. And now you lose access to your entire lifestyle. Now, it's documented by paper that he can't even go near them for at least a year. So imagine not being able to, just see your loved ones and that kind of thing because of a stupid mistake that you made, being obsessive or being, just being on stalker mode. So I just wanted to drop that in y'all lap, man, because I feel like a lot of you guys are dealing with people that may be doing this to you guys. If you guys had this done to you, please drop it in the comment section. If you know anybody that had a AirTag put on them, please drop it in the comment section so that, the other viewers will know that this isn't a one-off incident. This is something that is going on right now. I actually Googled, after she told me about her situation, I actually went and Googled to see, how many other instances there were. And there's so many stories online about people being stalked with AirTags. So I just wanted to share that with y'all on the page, man. I absolutely love and appreciate you guys. And I will be back with y'all soon. Love y'all.